Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you today with an article from the Daily Signal dated May 12th. And it says, exclusive, anti-Trump governors scheduled briefings on National Guard protections and deployments. Sounds a little bit treasonous to me. And here is my governor right here who is worthless. And I mean that in the as a governor sense, not in the money sense, because he's a billionaire, but he's one of those anti-billionaire billionaires. How about that? If you just want to give your money away, pal, I'm more than happy to take it. But anyway, let's get into the article. So it says, first on the Daily Signal, a coalition of Democrat governors resisting the Trump administration scheduled at least 2 Zoom discussions focused on how to avoid assisting National Guard protections and deployments, according to email correspondence obtained by the Daily Signal. Executive order templates created for Democrat governors say the states shall provide no time, money, facilities for any National Guard deployments if the governor doesn't approve. Okay, so this is actually like how to avoid the National Guard. I was taking it from the headline here, that because it doesn't say on how to avoid it, that they were going to do something, but it still seems treasonous. But let's keep going here. It says Governors Safeguarding Democracy, co-chaired by 2 Democrats, Illinois Governor Pritzker, and Colorado Governor Jared Polis, probably worthless works better with his name, scheduled 2 Zoom meetings focused on the National Guard. One was on December 12th, more than a month after President Donald Trump was elected. The other was scheduled for January 28th, a few days after Trump's inauguration. The Daily Signal obtained the correspondence through a public records request to the office of Connecticut Governor Ned Lamont, a Democrat. Lamont's office was not willing to lend his name to the launch of Governors Safeguarding Democracy. Well, good job there, Governor. As the January 28th scheduled Zoom meeting was titled Immigration EOs, National Guard, What Governors Need to Know, the labeled confidential privileged. This is all. Please join for a briefing on executive actions governors can take to protect sensitive data and prepare for potential National Guard deployments. Julia Spiegel, CEO of Governors Action Alliance, a left-leaning umbrella organization that founded both the GSD and the Reproductive Freedom Alliance, wrote in a November 27th email to the staffs of Democrat governors across the country. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like this really is a bit treasony. The December 12th Zoom meeting was titled Governor Gov Act /GSD briefing, sensitive data and National Guard protections, confidential. Not confidential anymore. It says the emails and meeting notices obtained from the Connecticut governor's office did not specify what was entailed. As the Daily Signal previously reported, Governors Safeguarding Democracy published a plan called Firewall for Freedom, Template Gubernatorial Executive Order, that included model executive orders for governors to resist the Trump administration. Yep, definitely sounding very treasonous. As the model executive order on the National Guard says, no assistance to deployments over objection of the office of the governor. I hate to break it to you guys, but I think the president overrules you. I don't actually know that for sure, but I would think that's probably the case. As the draft order says, state employees shall provide, okay, maybe not then, now that I see that, shall provide no time, money, facilities, property, equipment, personnel, or other resources for purposes of assistance to any National Guard unit of another state that is deployed to this state if the office of the governor of the state has objected to such deployment. On immigration, the Firewall for Freedom, Template Gubernatorial Executive Order directs that no state agency, employee, or agent may comply with a request for information or assistance if they have reason to believe the request is in furtherance of any investigation, arrest, prosecution, or other sanction of conduct initiated by federal authorities or out-of-state authorities. The Firewall for Freedom plan is less specific on sensitive data. It only says the GSD is working with governors' offices on multiple topics that include securing sensitive data and records maintained by our states. In late April, Pritzker, the co-chairman of Governors Safeguarding Democracy, called for mass protests, for mobilization, for disruption, because Republicans cannot know a moment of peace. Yeah, I love how you're all for that democracy. We can only have democracy if we win. That's not democracy, dude. What J.B. Pritzker wants are the exact things he's saying that Trump is doing. And he just is too stupid to realize that. So it says, earlier this month, Pritzker was highly critical of Trump and Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. And I don't care what his statement is because he can go blow it out his butt. As Polis, the other chairman, has played a more low-key role in criticizing Trump on policies such as tariffs. I don't care what he has to say either. The spokespersons for Pritzker, Polis, and Lamont did not respond to the Daily Signal for this story. Of course they didn't, because it make them look really bad. The spokesperson for Governors Safeguarding Democracy also did not respond to requests for comment. Again, would make them look really bad, so I'm not surprised. On November 11th, the organization leaders emailed Lamont's chief of staff, Matthew Brockman, to invite Lamont to the governor's Safeguarding Democracy. Brockman declined to join and replied the next day. They spelled his name two different ways there. There's the C right here, but not here. Probably with the C, as I actually do. Oh, and then they spell it over here again, back without the C. So which way is it, guys? Just thank you for putting this effort together, Brockman wrote. However, we are not prepared to be formally listed as joining at this time. We do want to be in touch more informally about what you are all hearing / working on and issues that we are working through. And that is the end. It just kind of ends. So, does this sound a little bit treasony to you guys? Kind of does to me, that they're looking at ways to get around, the resisting Trump. Okay? Maybe stop with the TDS and just worry about governing your states that are both, failing. Okay? Anyway, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.